Welcome, Meg. Welcome, and we are eager to know about Zaya learning. So, start off with, for someone who does not know about Zaya, I want you to describe Zaya as an organization.
Sure. Okay. Well, thanks for having me. So Zaya is a social enterprise that provides an end-to-end blended learning solution or digital content solution for schools or centers that are working offline. So anyone who wants to deliver and consume digital content offline, the same user experience that they would have if they were online. So core of this product is what we call Class Cloud, which is a small device that is big that creates a very powerful wireless hotspot while working offline. So the latest iteration of it also has a battery pack, and the Wi-Fi is built into the device. So it's just plug and play and create that hotspot. So that's about to make it work for users then is there the software for all the different users. So we have a content curation platform that allows people to load up videos, PowerPoints, PDFs, and then also to create very interactive question banks. So they can put up question banks that are aligned to the objective, and then each question can have a helper hint, which means if kids click on the wrong answer, then it tells them why the answer is wrong, and click on the hint, it kind of gives them a strategy for solving the problem. We have a lot of different kinds of questions that people can. Then we also have apps for teachers and students, parents, and administrators. So all this digital content is in online cloud, and then the box is brought online using 3D or even 2D. The content syncs to the box, and whatever user data is left on the box goes out of the cloud.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So this is exactly like who are you targeting this to actually? Is it yeah.
So most of our users are either schools or vocational training centers or tuition centers. So they all are providing running programs to different people. So most of our users are grades 1 to 5, but we also do have adult users in vocational training.
So for someone catering to the same audience, what is the problem that you're solving actually for them?
So with the internet, I mean, there's a huge opportunity, right, to kind of solve a lot of educational problems. There's a lot of free content out there. It's really easy to do research online, but 2/3 of the world is not online. And a lot of the same people who are facing these really grave educational crises in terms of teacher shortage, lack of access to really good content, being grade levels behind and not being able to give or get individualized learning programs. These are the same people who don't have access to the internet. It's either not reliable enough, or it's expensive, or they just don't know what is out there for them. So I was trying to solve that problem by building a very simple device, loading it up with our own content, partners' content, but also providing teachers an outlet to create their own content, giving them the training and implementation support that they need to use the product, so they can have access to world-class content no matter where they are, and regardless of whether or not they are.
So you mentioned about some of the partner content as well. So who do you have as partners at Zaya?
So right now we are working with ILNFS and Houston. We also have been working with GMI, who's doing some of our external assessments. And we have a partnership with a chain of after-school centers called Zoom that are providing low-cost tuition in West Bengal and Karnataka. So actually,
Right.
the Affordable Learning Fund is invested in Zaya, so we have a good partnership.
Okay. So tell us more technicalities of the each of the product and service, and how are you delivering it to the low income segment you mentioned.
Sure. So I kind of give you an overview of the class cloud. So that's kind of the hardware layer with the software. So in addition to the curation platform, we also have apps for teachers that allow them to see lesson plans, I mean, what they created themselves, or we also build content to schools. And so they can either take our content or build their own. So on the teacher app, they see all the lesson plans, the resources that the kids receive, and then finally they see student level and class level analytics on all the assessments that their kids take, so that they can see in real time if they're connected to the box. And then whenever the box is connected to dongle or any kind of internet connection, then all those reports are sent out by email to whoever.
So
Then, sorry, go ahead.
that actually checks on the user satisfaction as an assessment you said.
Yeah. So we get a lot of feedback. We collect a lot of feedback manually, but we also get a lot of automated feedback. We have a very similar app for parents where they can get updates about their kids. And then administrators can see kind of across their entire school how kids are performing. And they can also add students, add teachers, map courses. So all of this happens offline and online, and we're thinking back and forth.
So how is Zaya making that affordable at that segment? Because the things you're mentioning is hardcore technology. Yeah.
Yeah. We use really quality components. We use Intel chips, but yeah. So we're a young company, but Neil's been working on class clouds and different versions of it, doing nonprofit pilots since 2010. So we create a lot of different hardware, a lot of different configurations, a lot of these are from my head, but we kind of struck that balance between cost and user experience. Right now, the user experience is, I think, amazing, and the cost is still quite low. So, in a lot of the schools we work with, we just kind of an alternative financing model. A donor can come in to want to invest in India. We don't really know what we want to do. So then we create a fund that will then subsidize the hardware for when people qualify for the subsidy program. The means of being the basic criteria of regularly then they get the hardware basically we use it for them for free for 2 years. And along the way we are there with them, helping them understand where they're falling short, if they're being very successful. And then regular reviews with them to say you're kind of on track to meet the learning that we've set for you, or at the end of those 2 years, they execute their equipment free of charge. Be responsible only for the ongoing costs, so content licenses, patient support.
So, can you still hear me, Meg?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I was curious to know about the challenges of technology integration, especially in that low income segment. So, what has your experience been?
So overall, the response is really positive. I think people want the product in their schools. It solves a lot of problems for them, but it's what people would call disruptive technology, right? What we're trying to do is very, very different from what they're doing right now. So time you're trying to make a change like that, it's a slow process. So infrastructure issues like electricity we can solve by putting in battery pack in, content, it's a good level. But oftentimes it's kind of the mindset management of different stakeholders that is the biggest challenge. People want to see kind of workbooks filled up. They want to see teachers standing in front of the class talking to students at the same time. They want every kid to learn the exact same thing. And as educators, we know that those things aren't important or even at all valuable really for children's learning, but traditionally that's what we've seen. People don't like change, especially in something that's as important as a child's education. So we come up against a lot of resistance to change, and it will take some time for people to understand that learning can look a lot of different things. I think the other major challenge has been this segment and all of the access hasn't worked very well because there's only hardware, there's only content, updating content. So there's a lot of edtech sitting in India that's not used at all. So building that trust with our customers has been paying off.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, yeah.
I cannot hear you, Meg. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, so sorry for that. So I just wanted to know about your team at Zaya, and who do you have supporting you? How did this all start, actually?
Sure. So Zaya kind of originated when our CEO, Neil D'Souza, took a sabbatical from Cisco. He was traveling around the access issues that I've been talking about. We built kind of version 1 of Class Cloud, and he was at the time partnering with Falcon from Khan Academy and putting up Khan Academy videos on the Class Cloud, as well as the questions. He was in orphanages in Mongolia and Indonesia. So one thing he noticed was that kids had a hard time understanding American accents, understanding English even. So the students and other people started translating the videos. So one girl, Zaya, translated some 250 videos from English to Mongolian. So then, for some kind of informal time in the field, he established an NGO in the US and India called Teach Us. And then we realized kind of the potential, or he realized rather, kind of the potential that Zaya has to solve problems for so many people. To kind of bring that to scale, he established a formal company in 2013, a for-profit company that we named after Zaya.
So where do you see Zaya in the coming maybe 12 to 18 months in terms of scale or milestones or targets?
Sure. So, Mark, so I didn't answer your question about our team. So we're around 25 people now. We have a really awesome group of engineers, content developers, folks in the field who are maybe former teachers who are now supporting our customers in implementation and training. Like I said, Pearson has invested in us, so we have a lot of support. We also have like a very strong network of kind of thought leaders in business and education. So that might include, or does include, blended learning experts in the U.S., college speakers from India, and business people around the world. So we know that we don't know everything, so we spend a lot of time talking to other people about what they've done in the process or what they know, I need to advise on what to do next, how to build it. So the next 12 to 18 months, right now we're working on building hopefully a world-class adaptive learning platform, especially in the income segment. Adaptive learning is very powerful for kids who are behind grade level. We're also working on Android apps so that we can access players and student teachers away from the class cloud more easily. Smartphones are becoming more and more common over the internet. So having something that looks nice on a smartphone, you can put it in away from school. That's very useful for them. We are always hiring. I think our team is we've been putting up a lot of other great stuff for engineering talent, and then in the future we will go.
So, so for whatever things you mentioned right now, what is currently the biggest need to reach from point A to B?
It's finding enough talent. So we have really awesome people with us now, but we need so many more to grow at the pace that we want to grow, both in engineering, instructional design, operations, everything. And so I think the people is always the biggest challenge, but once you find them, it's amazing to see the team grow and work together.
So this is a tough one for any startup. So who would you call your competitors, and how are you different? Just a view on that.
Yeah. So like I said, India has seen a lot of tech, Edgecom, right, Class Edge. There are a lot of them, and then globally there's a lot of learning management systems or blended learning platforms. Not so dissimilar from Zaya's, but most of the edtech in India has been kind of a many-to-one. It hasn't been a one-to-one learning system. A lot of smart boards or video content, and then most of these LMS systems work only online. So Zaya's big differentiator is that you have the one-to-one online experience, but you're functioning offline. I think the other big differentiator for Zaya is how much time we spent with our customers. Like I said, most of our business, 2010, everyone on our team spent more time with our customers. So we're really thinking about the entire learning process from end to end. So every bit of our people, impact, content, training, and push forward. So we understand the problem very well, and we're constantly looking to anticipate those problems, solve those problems, and make their system simpler and simpler and better and better.
So that's what makes Zaya's blended learning model special, I guess. So tell us more about that, because I was curious to know more about that from a person who's been involved actually.
Sure. So, for example, like if I'm a teacher and I want to access lesson plans, we had originally started that our lesson plans were down to the second, everything that a teacher may want to know. The whole system guided them like minute by minute through the lesson. And then we saw that most of the teachers weren't using this lesson plan at all. What we really wanted was more of a toolkit of things that they could implement in the class. So what are some people check understanding questions? What are some what are what is the objective? So we had built out this product that no one really at this moment. So we went back and talked to a lot of teachers about what we really actually do. Because we want them to be able to access the information and different small example, but we don't want user having because money in the product. So that's going to be a problem.
So yeah. Can you share with us who actually are in the industry or outside at the edtech space is the motivator behind Zaya, and what motivates you guys? Any thought leader or companies with innovation that you follow for success?
Sure. So, I mean, personally, what motivates me the most is our children, right? So to see kids get so excited to go to the Zaya lab to learn math, like there's nothing I love more than just like sitting in the classroom and watching kids do Zaya. But I think as a company, I mean, I'm no surprise that we are constantly talking about Apple and what they've done. Anyone can build hardware, anyone can copy hardware, but to build that kind of user experience, that kind of integration, that kind of it's something that you really have to think about and really know. Our grandparents are using FaceTime, you know that Apple has done something right. How did they get their customers to know how to use the products without, training or without a complicated that kind of the end of the But we do also follow a lot of communities that thought leaders, both in India and the West and the world. I read most of books about it. To research. We have to partners and I think in this space we all have a lot more seeing what other people are doing, kind of finding potential ways together.
Thanks a lot for sharing all those views, and it was great having you, Meg. And I wish you all the success to Zaya, and hoping to see much more innovation from Zaya.
All right, thanks so much.
Thanks, Meg. Take care.